there guys, let's take a quick look at your squats today. So basically, the number one rule I tell people with your squats is to don't overanalyze things. As soon as you start to think about it, everything goes wonky and you can do yourself an injury. So basically, keep the mind clear. There's a few things you do need to remember though, at least just for safety. Weight is always back on the heels. So if you lean back, you should be able to lift the toes up. I'm not going to ask you to squat dead on those heels. Obviously we need some sort of balance. So weight on the heels, you're actually going to grip on with your big toe. So personally, I prefer to squat just in socks or barefoot. It just gives me a lot more freedom with the toes. So on the heel, to get specific with it, it's the inside back corner of the heel. Gripping on with those big toes. Foot position is, as you can see, is just that little bit wider than the hips, maybe about, or maybe half a foot width outside, or maybe a foot width outside, depending on shape of the pelvis, knee mobility, etc. Get that position right, and we can slowly lower the hips down. Now, as you can see, the knees are tracking in line, somewhere between the second and the fifth toe here. So if we can, you can turn a little bit out to the side so you can see that. Let's straighten the foot up. That's about right. So the knees in line, second and fifth toe. So we're not caving in. I'll turn back to the front here. So we're not caving in. So what that does is applies a shearing force to the knee. So we can open the knees out, apply that stress through the glutes and press away. Okay, that's knee position. Keeping things nice and safe, obviously. Now, the big thing up top is where a lot of people go wrong with this one is, and I'll do this from the side so you can see, we get that normal base of support properly, set properly, and then we squat down, and a lot of people will start to round over. It happens, okay? Everybody will do it at one stage, but how you correct that, if you're just starting out, you might want to find a post, and I've got guys with me here that have been training with me for years. I still recommend that some people hang on, particularly with fatigue, so that will allow you to keep upright. Now, as you can see, I'm not sitting right back so that the arm rolls forward. So pulling back. The analogy I like to use is imagine you've got a $100 bill between your shoulder blades, up in here. It's your job to keep it there. So if you saw a video that we did on our plank, and our push-ups for that matter, it's about squeezing that $100 bill back. Obviously, we're not going to be using our arms for these bodyweight squats, so you don't have to have them out in front. You can hang on, you can have them up in the chest, and in front. It's your call what you want to do with them, so long as we're not rolling forward. Okay, so we've got our stance, we've got our shoulder position right, the abs are switched on. Now the abs and the lats, those big back muscles down the side here, they all work together to keep things safe. This is the last thing we're going to touch on here is pelvic tilt. So, hips are out the back. As you can see, my knees aren't in front of the toe. I don't know if you can see that in the video here. My toe is about here, so I've got a lot of space. A lot of people will track forward, puts a lot of stress on the knee. So if you can fire the hips out the back, and you'll be nice and safe on the knees. You want to come down as deep as you can, and this is where a lot of the bros will go wrong and say that you need to squat below parallel. What that means is you need to squat below the knee. So your femur is below parallel. What happens there, if you look at my low back and the position of the pelvis there, that's rounded. Even if I do have my chest up, hang on to a post, even if I do have my chest up, that pelvis is still rounded underneath. So for me, that's going a little bit too far. As we pop up, there we go. So for me, that's about full range there. Full range will vary from person to person. Coming down as far as you can before the pelvis starts to roll under. We call it a little butt wink, actually. Okay, so down, 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 down. Full range, too far. You see that with the pelvis there? See it tilts. So that's just going past my full range of motion. Again, everybody will be different there. So great to have a chat to your trainer about your full range. We usually stop, actually we do stop everybody from going too deep. Range can improve. So if you only get to here, that's fine. You know, give it a couple of days, keep practicing, you might be able to come down a little bit deeper. Range improves quite quickly, depending on what the issue is that is restricting you. So that's your squat. Just to recap here, weight on the heels, gripping with the front toe, knees in line with the second and fifth toes. So none of that. Everything's out nice and wide. Chest up, abs and lats working together to keep you upright. Hips out the back as we come down, pressing away. Nice and simple, guys. Hope you get something out of that. I know it's a little bit longer video than we usually do. But yeah, any questions, feel free, shoot them through to me and we'll help you out. Chat again soon, guys.